This is KGW News at 11.
We begin tonight with breaking news. At least one person has been shot in Gresham. It is still an active scene with more than 30 police units at Southeast 190th and Yamhill. Let's bring in Mike Benner, who's there. And Mike, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Blair, good evening. We are spotting police lights for as far as the eye can see. Let me step out of the way and give you a live look here at the scene. We're at Southeast 190th and Yamhill in the Gresham area, and you are looking down Southeast 190th right now. We can tell you this all unfolded around 9:45 this evening. Police responded to reports of gunfire in this area, and when they got here, they heard additional gunfire. Of course, a very fluid situation at that point. Police did manage to find one victim who had been shot. That person was loaded into an ambulance and rushed to a nearby hospital. That person's condition unknown. But again, right now, a live look here at the scene. A number of police officers, they are looking for a shooter as we speak. There are neighbors who have been evacuated from their homes, neighbors who have come out of their homes, very startled, as you might imagine. We spoke to a couple of them, and I want to share with you what they had to say. Listen.
We thought it was fireworks. We didn't know it was gunshots at the beginning until we saw lights coming down the street. And then we called.
She called me. I was coming in with my family. I pulled up right here with all the lights and everything. I asked what happened, and everyone out here said gunshots. And my reaction is again. Everyone said no one got hit.
All right, back out here live at Southeast 190th and Yamhill. Again, just to recap, around 9:45 tonight, police responded to reports of gunfire in this area. When they got out here, they heard additional gunshots. They found one victim who had been shot. That person's been taken to a hospital, their condition unknown. We are awaiting additional information from police here at the scene. As soon as we get it, we'll be sure to pass it along. For now, though, Blair, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Mike, thank you for that update. And we will continue to follow this on air and online. Attorney now to increase crime in Southeast Portland. A popular board game store just had $15,000 in inventory stolen, and it wasn't the first time. The owners say this was in fact the third time they've been targeted this summer, and it's part of a growing problem in the neighborhood too. Thomas Schultz has more.
Redcastle Games owner Matthew Basetic says 3 recent burglaries have cost his business around $50,000. And he's not alone. Other nearby stores are also being hit, and residents are feeling unsafe too. Instead of decks of cards and board game pieces lining Redcastle Games, it's shattered glass strewn across the floor. Staff who spend free time playing their favorites are instead tasked with finding out what was taken.
I'm not even really sure. I can't remember what game was there, but they definitely decided they liked that one.
Security footage shows 2 burglars enter the store just before 2 Sunday morning. After scooping up games, they used a crowbar to pry open a locked door to get to valuable trading cards.
I would ballpark it at least 15 to 20,000 of just that stuff.
Entire shelves were cleared out.
I did call the cops.
Although neighbors called 911, it was 4 hours before police arrived. Footage shows the thieves were in the store the whole time. Basetic says he's already spent $15,000 replacing windows from past burglaries. He's worried he could lose his insurance. If that happens, he doesn't know if Redcastle Games, a store beloved by neighbors, can stay afloat. Down the street at Portland Mercado,
yes,
the story is the same. The front door of Thelma Aquino's market has been kicked in 3 times.
Every time we have to spend like almost $1,400 each time.
That money comes out of her pocket too. Businesses aren't alone.
It's repeating. It's all the time. It's nonstop.
Todd Littlefield, vice chair of the Lintz Livability Neighborhood Association, says crime has skyrocketed, something Redcastle staff know all too well.
We already had to replace the window that they broke the last time.
Rashad Florence, who moved to Portland 2 years ago, found friends and community at the store.
It's like a family-esque kind of board shop situation because we have like a nice cafe, got good ambiance.
Despite the good ambiance, there's only so much Basetic can take.
Probably this one we would survive, but I don't know if we would another one.
Basetic was forced to close Redcastle Games all day Sunday, which is one of the busiest days of the week. But he's hopeful more customers will come to the store in the next few weeks to help them regain their footing. Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
An update now on the deadly shooting at Legacy Good Samaritan Hospital in Northwest Portland. 2 weeks ago, a gunman opened fire inside the hospital, killing a security guard, Bobby Smallwood. The suspect, Pontiac's Cals, was later shot and killed by police in Gresham. Portland police have now identified the officers who shot him. Justin Thurman, a 16-year veteran from East Precinct, Timothy Horiff, a 12-year veteran from Specialized Resources, and Seth Wingfield, a 7-year veteran from North Precinct. They're still on administrative leave as the Multnomah County District Attorney's Office investigates. The case will then go to the Police Review Board. 3 people are dead after an overnight house fire in Scappoose. The home was off Highway 30, just south of the city, and it happened around 3:30 this morning. Firefighters were told there were 2 people in a back bedroom. They had to break a window to get inside. 2 people and a pet were taken out, and they did not survive. Earlier this evening, fire officials found a 3rd person who also died in the fire. Oregon City Police continue to search for 49-year-old Kara Taylor, but are now calling her disappearance suspicious. Taylor was last seen at her home on Jefferson Street on Tuesday, July 25th. She was reported missing 2 days later. The FBI also joined the search. She's about 5'3" and 130 pounds with blonde hair and green eyes. She was last seen wearing a green and gray flannel and green pants. If you think you've seen her, call Oregon City Police. Well, the number of people dying on Portland streets continues to climb. Last year, there were 68 traffic deaths, and so far this year, there have been 44. 13 of them happened in July. On Monday, officials say there will be a call to action, as well as a new report from Multnomah County on traffic deaths as a public health issue. This year, PPB reinstated a smaller version of its traffic division. This came after it had been disbanded in 2021. Well, turning now to the weather with meteorologist Joe Ranieri. And Joe, we're in for some heat.
We are not over the next couple of days, but by next weekend, we'll start to see our temperatures really pick up a little bit. Again, models are going back and forth on, are we going to be getting close to 100 degrees or are we going to be closer to the low to mid 90s? I think many people would rather be closer to the low to mid 90s. So again, a week out, but it's something that is on the horizon. But let's focus on the right now. And right now we're looking at clear skies at a temperature of 70 degrees. Now, there is a weak disturbance out there that's going to move on shore late tonight and into tomorrow morning. As it does, we'll start to see those increasing clouds roll in as you get ready to start your Monday morning. And with those increasing clouds, we could see some light sprinkles. And we've been seeing some heavier showers move in earlier this afternoon along the Oregon-Idaho border. But as we zoom out a little bit, this is that next system that's going to be bringing in a little bit of some cloudy skies to start things off for your work week. But again, by the afternoon, we'll start to see those clouds lift a little bit. But as we put the future cast into motion, here we are at 6:30 in the morning. Again, some thick cloud cover. We're not going to be seeing much in terms of rainfall, although the rain that we saw today, if you want to call it that, just about little trace amounts in many locations. 3/100ths down in wine country, but we're not going to be seeing that much. And then heading into tomorrow afternoon, we'll start to see some more sunshine. And again, another onshore flow moves on through late Tuesday night into Wednesday. That could be bringing in another round of some light showers. I'll talk more about that in detail in just a few minutes.
All right, Joe, looking forward to it. Now to an update on the wildfires burning across Oregon. Tualatin Valley firefighters are mopping up a field fire that sparked this afternoon in Washington County. It burned about an acre in a wheat field near Tile Flat Road. No structures were reported to be threatened, and the cause is under investigation. In Linn County, progress is being made on a fire that threatened homes north of Eugene and forced some level 3 evacuations on Friday. Updated mapping shows that fire burned 309 acres and is now 45% contained. That's 10% more than it was earlier today. The state fire marshal's office says more than 200 people are working the fire and are now in heavy mop-up mode. And east of Eugene in Lane County, firefighters have their hands full with the bedrock fire. This one has been burning now for 2 weeks. It's reached nearly 13,000 acres in the Willamette National Forest. The area did get about a quarter inch of rain yesterday, but get this, lightning sparked a new fire nearby, though that one was put out quickly. Nearly 800 people are fighting the bedrock fire, yet it is just 5% contained. And in southern Oregon is the Flat Fire. It's the largest wildfire burning in the state between Gold Beach and Grants Pass in Curry County. It's now 39% contained, up from 30% this afternoon. It's burned more than 33,000 acres in 3 weeks. More than 800 people are fighting it, but it's not expected to be fully contained until the 1st of September. Well, check this out. There has been yet another cougar sighting on the Oregon coast, and this time it wasn't just one cougar, but 3. This video is from someone's doorbell camera. It was taken early yesterday morning in Neskowin in Tillamook County, just off the beach near Proposal Rock. You can see the big cats checking out the driveway and making themselves right at home. Afterwards, they set off into the neighborhood. The homeowner says their dogs were outside in the fenced backyard, and they're just fine.